These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give them this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Darnell Mooney, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
A little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
The 32-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Brown. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and it's third down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Brown. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Brown. He'll fire it deep for Rager. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see. Yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, Brown. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards to pick up there.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunky yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Yeah, boy, now you see him, now you don't. Excellent move, nice run, winds up getting about 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Brown. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll buy some time right. And Robinson with a big catch. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, 77 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead.
Nairo Santos lining up 40.
Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one.
Nairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Brown. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And the defense loses him. It's complete.
I ain't worried about it. Let's go.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Rager. 77 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Being chased out left. Caught out left side by Robinson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. From 4 yards out. And the Bears have broken the tie. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and it'll bring up third down.
Third down and 6 yards to go.
From the gun, Brown. And he comes back with one complete.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And
it's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Miles Sanders.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for them.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
Miles
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
The 30-yard line. A gain of 5.
Bring down Sanders. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd down and inches. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD.
Jake Elliott on for the point after.
So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick six going the other way.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
For Philadelphia.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
It's a good one now. It's a good one.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. He was 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And 3.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well.
Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet there to make the grab. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point. Santos now to add the PAT. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point.
Makes the score Bears 28, Eagles 27. Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
From the 6.
Oh, little 360.
And he will have a 1st down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal, give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
Brown throwing again. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play. Operating from the gun, Brown. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and unforced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Brown. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Here's Brown to throw on 3rd down.
He'll fire one deep for Westbrook.
And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Back to throw now on first down. Deep ball for Goodwin. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. B.J. Goodson with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted by the Eagles. They'll take over first and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. The final shot before break. Brown. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Intended for his wideout. Incomplete. It's now second and
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And this carries into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 46. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Another carry.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Here we go.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complimentary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Steps away to his left. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they work this out past the 25. 23 yards, the final tally.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
He'll fire it deep for Rager. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll set up to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a two-syllable word. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
22.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
3 at the 26.
2nd and 3. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
It'll be a gain of 15 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Again, it's Cohen. And some room to roam now. There he goes right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Oh, good return up past the 30. Past midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, ending a great return that gets him all the way to the 30.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
9-yard line.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Torrey Cohen, 91 yards. And the Bears will extend their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 32 that time. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he fires one that's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
At the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
Makes it
we know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down in bounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's Derek Barnett coming in and making the play. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now D.D. Westbrook to return. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Eagles.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he completes it to Westbrook. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd down. Here's Hurts. The open man is Westbrook. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Number 6.
A good pickup there, a 22.
And a
Hurts.
1st down.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead. Look at the deficit. Trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one down.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 18-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back.
Now this one from about 2 counties over. After the sack, they come up on a second and very long.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now a handoff here to his running back. They find some open field here. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is out of bounds here. A good run on 1st down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation.
2nd and goal.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever...
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Their own 35-yard line.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.